So I just took my drone up for a quick flight and the seagulls were absolutely all over it. I don't think they realise if they actually hit my drone, it's going to end badly for everybody. I reckon my drone would survive it, but it would get a bit bruised. Anyway, so Hunstanton, lovely part of Norfolk. Came here about 5 years ago with my brother Paul. We got some really good shots we're happy with. Why am I back here? Just because we're allowed out again. I just thought I need to get out and shoot some landscapes. Just get out. And last time I was here, I didn't actually make YouTube videos at the time, so I think that this is one of those locations, if you're into long exposure, black and white photography, this is going to be right up your street. So, God, how moody does that sky look? So here is the first sea defence. Now, these are numbered. These are numbered. This is number 10. This is obviously low tide, so we need to wait for the right conditions. This makes for a perfect long exposure foreground. Look. So as you can see, this is totally the wrong time to come here. So you need to be coming at high tide, but that's good because that's going to be, sunset is hours and hours away. So hopefully, I mean, I've just turned up here. I've not done any research. I was on my way back from somewhere else and I've not done any research. And you can see that these are numbered. So you've got number 10 here, and you've got, okay, so they're going down, so you've got 9 that way. Looks like you've got another 10 that way. These are the sea defences heading out, and the sun is going to be setting. It's going to set right there in the background. And that could make an interesting composition. Look at that. This is nearly low tide. We're about an hour off low tide there. I think I'll come back and shoot this. I've never photographed this before. There you go, look at that. Nice lead-in line there, zigzag. And then at the moment, low tide obviously doesn't work, but you get water in between these, therefore providing separation between each of the slaloms. And this pier here doesn't have a number on it. So if you didn't want a number and you didn't want to Photoshop it out either, then if you head north, you've got this one and numerous that way. And if you want to know how easy it is to get here, I'm on the concrete promenade now and the beach is right there. I've come down to the southern end of the beach where the pole with the number 1 is on, and I'll spin the camera around so you can see what I'm looking at here. Now, as you can see, you've got sand and then you've got these large rocks. Now, interestingly, these almost look like they're on a grid. They're almost square with rounded edges. And when the tide comes in, you start to see the separation between the rocks. And then if you also Google Hunstanton, you may recognize these red cliffs that I'm gonna go and look at over here. Not sure if the red is coming across on the camera here, but the cliffs are definitely red. And I don't know if I'm making this bit up, but I think that there's a shipwreck along the beach here. So I'm going to continue round. Yeah, the coastline here is just meandering and it makes it difficult to get your bearings. But with all of the photographs that I take, I'll put in the bottom left-hand corner the what 3 words location. So if you're not aware that I do this, download the app What 3 Words, which is free. And with each of my photographs, I'll give you a 3-word code. And if you type that into the app, it will tell you to the nearest 3 meters where I stood to take the photograph. Sure, some people have said, well, you're making it a bit too easy for them, Ben. But trust me, if you come to this location, you still got to get the tides right. You still got to get the weather right. If you're coming to Hunstanton, I just thought I'd make your life that little bit easier. This is such an unusual rock formation. Look. And if you get the tides right, this doesn't just become a big black mess of rocks because you get the separation. So the water, as it rises, shows you definition between each of the rocks. Look at this. The tide was right for this right now. Look at that for a beautiful composition. I think I found the shipwreck. I say shipwreck, okay? It's not a big boat with sails on it. It's been here for a while, but the remainders of what used to be a boat. Now, can you make a photograph out of this? I don't know, I've not done it yet. Look at this, it looks like the bones of a dinosaur or something. Cool. If you're looking to do a long exposure of this in the water, then you're going to need to come here at high tide. You can get to it from the north by coming down the steps that I came down. You can also go all the way down there and then you can go up the cliff, and then somewhere up there is the lighthouse. If you're looking to photograph this shipwreck, then I'll put up the What 3 Words location now. All right, so this is not just any shipwreck. According to the app, it's the wreck of steam trawler Sheraton, which is the ruins of a historic wartime fishing boat. So there you go. Little history lesson for you. So as you can see, when you look at it from up above, you can see the formation of the rocks, and the shipwreck is all the way out there, around the corner. So this is a west-facing beach. Hopefully I didn't get my bearings wrong throughout this entire video. But zigzag cedar fences all the way along here. And then you've got the square boulders scattered around here. And then you've got the shipwreck up here, maybe. So as frustrating as it may be, I might just have to sit and watch the sunset, because the tides are the opposite of what I need them to be. Sunset is low tide, sunrise is low tide. If you want to see how far out the tide has come, this is how far away from your foreground interest you are. Whilst this ungrateful guy sits on the concrete steps watching the sunset, why don't I show you the photographs that I took last time I was here? Looks like we're in for a nice sunset. I'm not good enough at Photoshop to add a high tide, unfortunately. Yep, when I fail like this, I just call it a recce and get the drone out. Well, apart from the fact that I didn't take any photographs, didn't even take the camera out of the bag, I hope that this video is helpful if you're going to visit Hunstanton. Hopefully lots more landscape photography videos coming up soon, because I need to get out of the house. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.